just as questions are not innocent, technology is definitely not innocent either. And if we just think of technology as something we use, then we forget that it has this impact on how we think and how we understand not only our surroundings, but also each other and how we understand ourselves. So we start adapting to the technology. We even have a word like prompting. Prompting is something completely different than asking a question. Prompting is adapting your questions or your search to the machine. So you are trying to figure out, how can I give the machine this task? How can I give the machine the machine this question in a way that it will be able to answer? That's what prompting is about. Asking questions is the exact opposite. It's about asking questions that might not, where I have absolutely no idea whether there is an answer or what the answer is. I'm asking because I don't know, because I don't have any experience with dealing with this. I need someone else to help me understand this. So I'm not adapting because I don't know what I should adapt it to. I'm simply exploring and simply experimenting. So if we are not aware of that, the difference between prompting and asking, the difference between being born to think and being built to think, the difference between letting technology guide our questions and let our inner insecurity or uncertainty and the unknown guide our questions, if we're not aware of these differences, then we will not learn and grow as humans. Then we will become something else, which is really scary for me, at least, because I see so much beauty in what happens when we do it ourselves.
Is being aware of these differences in it of itself enough to use AI to think better or think more critically?
I don't think you can use AI for that.
You don't think you can use AI to think better or clearer at all?
No, I don't think so. Because thinking is something else. You know, when we ask if machines can think, I think the first question should be, why do humans think? Why do we think? For me, it's fairly simple. We think because we know there's something we don't know. We have a problem, right? There's a gap. There's a gap between what I know and what I want to know. So I have to start thinking. That's why I ask these questions, and that's why I put up with this pain in my head of trying to figure something out that I don't know. If you think about it, the machine doesn't have that problem. It doesn't know that it doesn't know. It's kind of like it's like an animal, right? It doesn't know that it doesn't know. It doesn't even know. So and we're not like gods, you know. God know that he knows or she knows everything. So that's a completely different domain. But humans are the French philosopher Merleau-Ponty said, this fragile mixture of animals and gods who knows that they don't know. So they have to ask questions. They have to use their own thinking, come up with their own ways of navigating. And the second we think, oh, but I can make it easier by using a machine, we're letting go of the very basic condition that forces us to think. So I think it's very, when I talk to young people and they say, well, I don't use chat to cheat anything. I just, when I get a task and I'm not sure how to start, I just, ask the machine and then it gives me a few starting points. So I don't have this blank sheet. But the whole point is that the blank sheet is what forces you to think. So of course, it's a matter of how you understand thinking. But if you consult the old thinkers and not just the engineers and technologists, then you will have a really hard time finding anyone who would say that a machine could ever think. And if it cannot think itself, why should it be able to help us think? We're the only ones who know how to do that.